All right. Welcome to episode 2 of the Sweet 10 podcast.
Yes, sir.
I am Jeremy.
I'm Ralph, aka the Mad Scientist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to get all the big important stuff out of the way first because once we get it done and out of the way, we don't have to say it again. So right here, explode with all like the subscribe and comment and like stuff. And So, Sweet 10 Podcast, it's a name that we chose because we ran out of ideas and we couldn't pick out a name due to legal reasons. And so we just eventually called it Sweet 10 Podcast because it's the room that we rented out for the studio, this, that, and this, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, this, that, the third, yeah.
Yep. Every Monday, 5 p.m.
5 p.m. Let's say that. Every Monday at 5.
Podcast every Monday at 5 p.m.
Yeah.
We're constantly improving, as you can see, by some random outtake we're going to put right here. We have some shelving and some stuff in here now. Not that you're ever going to see it. And
maybe
LED lights, maybe. I don't know. What else is there that's important? Yeah.
Yeah. Like he said, we got most of the important stuff out of the way. So I hope you guys enjoy. Stay tuned for all the shenanigans behind the scenes. Whenever I post it on my channel, it's right here. I'll just put the YouTube channel right here, and this is Jeremy's YouTube channel. So subscribe.
Scratch that. Get it out of here.
All right. Well,
cool. Only because I haven't uploaded in like weeks at this point, and I'm probably not going to upload anytime soon because I have no ideas. That's a lie. I just haven't gotten to it. But
we, as partners, we will get to it. You know what I mean?
Podcast is number 1, and for me at least, and then channel's number 2.
Channel's secondary. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get with the hard-hitting topics of today.
All right. Number 1, subscriber goals.
Sub goals. Yeah.
Right. Listen. The hardest part, I feel like, for any channel, I think you said this, you agree on it, is getting from like 0 to like 1K, 10K.
Yeah.
So listen, all right, we're going to do something crazy. Ralph knows about this, but he doesn't have a specific number. So if we can somehow, let me check today. What is today? August 15th. We're recording this on August 15th.
It is August 15th.
So
Monday.
If we can get 10,000 subscribers by September 19th, that's 5 weeks. If we get
setting big goals for us. Gotta promote the shit out of this now.
If we can get 10,000 subscribers by
that is a world record.
By September 19th, we both have to get matching podcasts. We both have to get matching tattoos that say Sweet 10 Podcast, all right? Yep. Not that bad, just tattoos. But this right here is the real cup of tea. If we can somehow get 25,000 subscribers, I will shave one of my eyebrows completely off on the podcast and suffer the consequences.
I'll shave mine as well, so he doesn't have one eyebrow shaven.
Even better. 25K will both shave an eyebrow.
Yeah.
It's a deal. Should we shake on it?
Right now. It's a deal. You see it on camera. You see it live. Yeah. So those are the goals. Those are like goals. Do you want to do one for like 1K or just 10,000 straight up?
I never started the timer. If we hit 1K in 5 weeks, I will.
1K in 5 weeks. That's doable. That's very much doable.
I'm going to do the 1 chip challenge on my own channel, but I'll do the 1 chip during the podcast and see if I can talk while I'm dying from the 1 chip challenge.
And I'm just going to ask you like really serious questions. Yeah, I'm going to ask you like super long questions.
What do you think about the metaphysical association based on the economical climate of I was still going, I
absolutely crying and tearing up on the fucking, oh my god, bro, that would be funny as hell.
Yeah, so okay, we got all that crap out of the way.
Yeah.
You know how different people's lives are when they're just average day people like we are?
Yeah.
And then people that are like famous?
Yeah.
I realize that now. I don't think I'd ever want to actually be like properly famous.
Realistically, honestly, yeah, I would say I feel like it depends on like certain situations that you're put in.
Well, yeah, because certain situations you can get away with more and be given more. Like if you're a famous person and you're at like waiting in line, there's always a chance that someone's like, "Oh my god, I know you can just come right ahead."
Yeah, and they're gonna just try to like. I feel like it would get really annoying to the fact where you would have to take like hundreds of photos with different people.
Oh yeah, and paparazzi following you every 10 seconds.
And then you're like, oh, like they're like a whole bunch of people are asking you for photos, and you have to say no to a couple of them because you have to get going. You know, you get put in a bad light.
And then one of them's a kid, and they start crying. It's like, come on, don't do this to me. It wasn't me. I have stuff to do.
Like you're just put in such a bad situation. They're like, oh, this guy sucks, and then you know, because your career is always on the line because you're constantly watched, so you have to be fucking perfect.
Yeah, true. Especially in the world of canceling, where if you say one wrong thing, or even if you said one wrong thing 10 years before you're famous, if it's on like social media, like Twitter, for example, someone can repost it, retweet, or what. I don't have Twitter. I don't know how it works. Yeah. And then if the majority of people see it and they get offended by it, boom.
Yeah, you're fucked. You're immediately canceled. Like gone. Like for example, like a lot of people were trying to cancel like Dave Chappelle for majority of reasons, because you know all his older jokes were a little on edge, and you know as years went by, like people just didn't agree with what he was saying. Mind you, he is a comedian, people. Yeah, these are jokes, like literal jokes. Like you shouldn't take anything that he's saying.
For any comedian, realistically, it's all jokes.
Yeah, like seriously. And some people are just really like sentimental and sensitive about certain topics that he's saying, but they're just jokes. I don't understand. Like he would make fun of, like, for example, he'd make fun of like a certain cultural group or just race of people, and like they would get offended by his jokes. Mind you, like what he's saying isn't true for the vast majority, guys. Like it's funny in hindsight, because back then, like as I was growing up, comedy was just like all over the place.
Yeah,
you could say whatever and anything, you could get away with it, because it was just, you know, it was for comedic value. But now, like, you really have to be careful with what you say.
People don't understand that, like, jokes are jokes. And I mean, in Dave Chappelle's case, he can't be canceled, because if you don't care, if you don't let the canceling be done to you, then you can't be canceled. Like, for example, he's like, I don't give a damn what people think. I mean, it's my show. I say what I want. And then here you go now. He was performing in shows still.
Yeah, he's still like selling out stadiums and like different venues, and like he's still doing his thing. Like some people, you really can't cancel certain people because they're just, you know, they're that big and they're doing what they need to do to get by. Like in Dave Chappelle's instance, like you can't cancel a guy like him because he just simply doesn't care.
Yeah.
Like whatever he's saying, like it's not to be taken to heart. Like it's crazy, man. Realistically now I see cancel culture kind of going away, which is a really good thing. So people are kind of getting not so sensitive anymore. I think it's like a specific group of people. I don't know who, but it's just I don't want to target anyone.
We're not doing this because I'm not saying we're not going to go dive deep into it. We're not going to dive deep into it. Technically could eventually dive into politics. This is a politics-free podcast. Right?
Yeah. So I'm just gonna say this to end off my thought. I'm gonna say that it's not a specific group of people. It's just like certain individuals shouldn't take shit so sensitive. That's all. That's all.
My final cup of tea to that is, wait, what did you just say?
Certain groups of people shouldn't be so sensitive. Yeah.
They're just jokes, people. I'm gonna tell you right now, the kind of jokes that we probably will eventually end up making will offend some people, but you have to understand they're just jokes. Yep. Like, know that some people make jokes about things, and they're just jokes. Like, literally. Like yesterday, we were talking about. We can always censor this. No, wait.
Patreon, guys, right here. If you wanna hear this topic, go on Patreon. Go for it.
Yeah, long story short, can't be canceled if you don't care. People take jokes too seriously when they're just jokes. You just have to understand that people make jokes to make situations more lighthearted, because obviously cancer isn't funny, but people make jokes about
it all the time. Yeah, edgy jokes.
Yeah, it's just about like, I don't even know.
Like, here's another thing. Is there a limit to what you can and not joke about? I feel like there is, but there isn't. You know, if you're not really like.
It's all about who you're joking with and what you're saying. Because, like, for example, when we're talking, like, outside of this, we say some absolutely horrible stuff, but we know that we can get away with it because we understand our humor. Yeah, it's just, I can't go up to, like, my mom and be like, she'd be like, what'd you just say? I'm like, ha ha ha, funny, right? She'd be like, you are fucked. We'll probably have to censor that, but
oh my god. Patreon if you want to see what.
www.
I'm just gonna plug the Patreon every 5 seconds.
We don't have Patreon yet. But
yeah.
If we get 25,000 subscribers, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, you just have to know who you're joking with, and you know how to talk to that certain people, because
recognize your audience, essentially.
Yeah, realizing who your audience is, because in hindsight, you'd be dealing with an absolute Karen, or you wouldn't know realistically, because there are younger Karens now. There are very young Karens.
Oh, like freaking high schoolers coming in, getting mad over you messing up their coffee. It's like, it's a mistake.
Yeah, like there's like, you wouldn't know. Like you just be careful, people, please, for my sake, for your sake, and for the sake of everyone else. Be careful about what you joke about, because it could always turn around and bite you back in the ass, and you do not want that. And be careful what you say. Digital footprint is very real. Like, man, seen some people get into some bad situations because of their digital footprint.
Yeah, an 8-year-old tweet.
Yeah, like 8-year-old, 7-year-old tweets. Like, for example, in the celebrity topic we were talking about, like, let's see, like,
I know Kevin Hart got in trouble one time.
Yeah, was it a tweet?
Yeah, it was like 7 years old.
Yeah,
it was like 2012.
Yeah.
10 years old now at this point. But.
Same with like David Dobrik. Like he tweeted something. He tweeted like, it was, I don't know if it was a tweet or it was a video, but either or, he tweeted something, and a certain group of people got offended, and he was like, I apologize for my actions from way back when. This, that, the third. YouTuber apologies. But be careful. Digital footprint is very real. You could say some crazy stuff, and you could blow up and become a very important person one day, and they're going to find a way to hate on you, or with whatever you do and whatever you say, they will try to find a way to hate, no matter what.
As you're on the come up, so to speak, there's always going to be someone trying to bring you down.
Yeah.
Especially down to their level. Like, say you're on your way up and you're getting up to where you want to be. There's always going to be people, like haters, that are going to be like, well, I want to ruin his life. And then they physically take time out of their day to dig.
Yeah. Out of their business. Like some people really do not have anything better to do. Like some people, their life goal is to see people
see the world burn.
Yeah, there's just, which like is really crazy to think about. Like it's chaotic. Like I just don't understand. There's certain people I just want to sit down and just dig into their brains and be like, hey man, why do you do the certain things that you do? Why do you choose to hate and have malice towards certain individuals? Like, what did that individual ever do to you to make you feel like that,
I have a topic we can use this about.
Yeah. Those
people, I'm getting a call right now by some person I've never known named Rose. Rose, if you ever stumble upon this podcast, I am not sorry. I'm not answering it because I'm in the middle of a podcast. Thank you. It's still vibrating.
It's still ringing.
We'll just let it ring. But when you said, what makes someone want to be so evil, it makes you think of villain origin stories.
Yeah, man. Like villain origin stories. A lot of people become a certain person after
one key event just snaps.
It triggers everything. Like, I don't know if it's a certain chemical that gets released into your brain.
It's a chemical of hatred.
And just straight anger or just pure motivation that gets released, and you're on like a arc. You know how animes have different
story
arcs?
Arc,
yeah, you're in a whole nother story arc.
Villain arc.
Different chapter in your life, and one single moment, one single thing, and you will never, and the crazy part is you will never forget that moment as long as you live. I never understood that. Like, you could forget like a whole bunch of bad things in your past if you really wanted to.
Yeah, like small little things.
But if it's something that changes your entire personality within a snap,
yeah,
man, GG's. See you later. You're not that person anymore.
Nope.
It's crazy. There's just certain examples I could give, like heartbreak. This because it's probably
I have many examples. They're funny ones that I can come up with.
Yeah, like there's like heartbreak, for example. You could be with a girl for like 2-3 years. Let's just say that 2-3 years. You're with a girl, and you guys are going through emotions. Like, you meet her family, and she meets your, like, you guys introduce each other's families to each other, and you know, you guys go on vacation together, you move in together, you know,
full on relationship, fully committed.
Yeah, have all these different things go throughout, and you know, your girl decides, hey babe, I wanna go on a trip somewhere. I want to go on a trip somewhere, you know? You're like, all right, babe, have fun, da da da. And you know,
first mistake right there. You didn't question what the heck the trip was for,
or where she's going, or like, another thing. Watch out for who she hangs around with, because who she hangs around with could generally influence her and her decisions. Because like, birds of the feather flock together, and you know, they have like the power to persuade her because they've been her friends for who knows how many years.
Yeah. If she's going on a trip with 4 of her friends,
yeah,
and 4 of them are single partiers, and she's the only one that's committed, you might want to be careful, because they're gonna be like, come on, just a couple drinks, come on, let's go to the club, come on, let's.
Yeah, you know, temptation, yeah, and like, if you knowing your girl, because realistically you've been together for, you know, 2-3 years, but you don't know her entirely. There's just certain things people will hide from you, and you know, you don't want to be that guy, so be careful out there. Be careful, please. Yeah, back to what I was saying previously. Yeah, that one little change and certain things where she could admit to you, hey babe, comes crying, you know, gives you the waterworks. Hey babe, I just want to be honest with you. I did do a couple of things when I was out, and right then and there, she didn't even have to say what she did, bro.
Heart drops.
The fact that she says, I've done a couple, as soon as you see her crying, tears falling down her eyes, looking at you and you looking back at her, you know, she's on her knees begging, pleading, please don't walk away. That in that moment, you just realize, you know what? There needs to be a change. You leave, turn into a whole nother monster and beast. Go to the gym, you know, you focus on yourself, you get your money up, anything and everything to be like, yeah, I didn't need her. Like, and vice versa. I'm not just going to say this just for the guys, for the females as well. People tend to turn into another person when when a major significant event happens, and I never understood that. Why can't we always just change into another person?
I have advice for that.
Right from the gate. Go ahead, my man.
This is part 1 of a million of Jeremy's bad advice.
Oh man.
So if we're going by the logic that you turn into a different person,
yeah.
If something significant or traumatic happens to you, you just have to force traumatic events upon yourself if ever you want to change. Don't know how to swim? Like, if you're like me and you don't know how to swim, just jump in the water 10 feet deep. And if you make it out,
recipe for disaster.
You'll be a different person.
Yeah, you will become another person. Another person that damn well never goes to water, a body of water ever again. But, you know, there's just certain traumatic events that always change a person. Or sometimes, like, even when you're younger, because, you know, when you're younger, your mind molds. Yeah. Like those experiences mold you into becoming who you are later down the road, and traumatic experiences really like change a person, man. Like firsthand, you could see it from like younger kids in like a bad situation, for example. Like, you know, they don't have like their parents around, or they're not as wealthy, and those things turn like those kids that grow up into something else. Like if you're put in a bad experience, you're like, man, I don't ever want to be in this situation where I don't have food, I don't have money. And, you know, you start grinding, getting on top of the things that you have to do. And you make that certain amount of money, and you wish that upon generations and generations of your family and your kids or whatever it is. Yeah, that's where I go back to my previous statement. Traumatic experiences truly do make the person sometimes.
Yeah. Villain origin stories, all right?
Yep.
So imagine this is a villain. This could be a villain creating an event.
Yeah.
Imagine you're with a woman, and you've been with her happily for 3-4 years.
Yeah.
About to get married. You have a kid or two just because it happened.
Yeah.
And one day she comes into the room, straightest face in the world. You're laying in bed all happy, like, what's up, baby? And then she walks in. She's like, we need to talk.
That's the worst statement to ever hear.
At that point, you're already scared. Because you don't know what it could be. She comes up to you and she says, I've been meaning to tell you this for the past 2 years.
That's another bad statement to hear.
At that point, you're like, what is it? What is you trying to tell me? She's like, so in the very beginning, I was happy and in love with you. And I gotta say, these past 4 years have been really great. I should have done this a long time ago, but I have to tell you, I haven't liked you for the past 2 years. I've just been using you to get ahead.
That is so fucked, bro.
I've also been sleeping with your brother. That kid isn't really yours, it's your brother's.
Bro. Yeah. Bro, I would absolutely break down. Oh, my Lord. It's two ways. A man could either break down and realize, yeah, I'm gonna murder everyone in this house. Everyone's dying. Where's my gun? Even the kids, because they're not.
Come here, Billy. You want to play pull the trigger?
Come here, Billy. Come here, Billy. You know, and any logical man in that sense, you know, gets up, straightens up. You know, he is sad. He is, you know, he feels the pain. Those 3 years wasted down the drain. Those car payments on her car, the house payments, everything.
Her nails, her makeup,
the kids' clothes.
Yep.
School supply. Everything. everything you work for. Just down the drain, man. And I can't fathom. I can't.
3 years of your whole life for nothing.
For nothing, man. So I'm saying, like, village and origin stories, and like, you know, like what Jeremy was saying, village and origin stories, and it truly comes down to what traumatic experience and how you come out of a traumatic experience. Like I said, you could just blast everyone in that house, walk away, and go to jail for life.
Or you can just leave.
Yeah, and everyone has that choice, man. But you know, here's another thing I wanted to say: intrusive thoughts. They get to you sometimes, and yeah.
You're walking down the street, you see a dog, you're like, man, I want to kick it, but then you don't.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. But you know what? New rule from here on out, I'm never going to say I'm kidding ever again, so you don't know if I'm being serious or not. 95% of the time, I'm joking, because obviously I don't walk down the street and go, holy shit, that's a cool dog, I'm going to punt it. No, I'm going to go up to it and be like, dude, I wish I could pet that thing. It's cute as hell.
Yeah. These are jokes. Disclaimer, people.
Viewer discretion is advised. We should put that up in the beginning.
Yeah, we should. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Yeah. But yeah, man, village and origin stories. Like during that time, you could leave, get up, or
blast them.
Go to jail for life.
Now, what you do then is the proper thing to do is to leave calmly.
Yeah.
Forget about them, and then because like what we said earlier. Most significant events and like when people break up for relationships, either they go way high up, they like get jacked, make more money, or they drop down. But for those who go high up, in this case, whoever this hypothetical human is,
individual, yep.
Freaking talked for like 2 minutes and didn't breathe. They're gonna be successful, and then 3 years later, they're gonna hear a knock on their door.
Yeah,
they're gonna open the door, and who's gonna be standing right there? A woman. She's gonna be like, please, take me back.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna be like, I'm sorry, but I'm with my wife. And then he pulls someone out from behind the door. You wanna know who it is? Her sister.
Her sister. Or it could be, you know,
her dad.
Oh, what the? Her father.
I'm going, you daughter. Oh, wait.
But you know, there could be an absolute 10 out of 10 baddie behind that door, you know, straight.
That's the goal at that point.
That's the goal, my man. You know, always progress, no matter what it is. At least progress.
That sounds so bad in the sense of, if you're with a woman that for everybody thought was a 4, go for a 5 next time.
Go for a 6 if you can. Or, you know, if you're feeling real ambitious, go for that 10 out of 10 stunning supermodel.
Yeah.
on the Paris walkway. I don't know, bro, but go for something above.
Go for broke.
I see what you did there. Yeah.
Oh, it's a shame.
Such a shame. Yeah, but to wrap that little topic up, just do nothing crazy. Did someone just get hit outside? Yeah, you guys can't hear what we're hearing, but
someone just got someone got obliterated out behind us.
Rear-ended. Yeah.
What if it was one of our cars? I mean, we'd hear it's right up by the
it's right there. Place. But who's gonna? What the?
Someone pulls in, hits our car, and then leaves. Hits one of our cars.
Oh man. Yeah, I would be so mad. Actually, the Ring doorbell's right there, so we would just see who it was. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Jeremy, do you shave your balls?
I was actually gonna ask you that one time. Oh no, this is a genuine question.
I'm definitely putting that in there.
We can talk about it if you want.
Manscaping. Very important, fellas.
I don't know if I want to answer this question. Okay.
I shave mines. Sometimes. In the winter, I let them grow. Summertime, the boys gotta breathe, my man.
Yeah. No, but okay. So I mean, when I had a girlfriend, obviously you keep it up. Yeah, you keep it up tight and nice and clean.
Yeah.
Recently, I just said fuck it because I'm not gonna get laid anytime soon. I guarantee it.
No. Let's not say that.
No, I guarantee it because I'm not letting it happen. That 10 out of 10 baddie can knock on that door right now and say, Jeremy, Ralph, can you leave? And then I'd be like, no, he can stay.
Yeah.
She'd be like, why? I'm trying to get to know you better. I'm like, you can get to know me with him in the room. She'd be like, just let me blow you, goddammit. I'd be like,
I'm gonna leave personally after she say that. She stands right there at that door and just let me blow you. No.
I had someone do that one time.
Did you actually?
Yeah, someone one time was like,
oh yeah. Was it that the tall?
Yeah. Call her WNBA.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like, why don't you just let me blow you? I was like, I ain't about that. I'm just trying to be friends.
Yeah. On that note, woman.
Oh god, this is the misogynistic part of the podcast. Yeah. We could talk about folding. You want to hear something? All right, so I gotta stand up for this. You see these shorts right here? This is gonna look weird, but I gotta show you my butt. But you'll understand the context in a second. What? So you see my butt? There's no stain, right?
Damn, he caking.
Oh god. Hey, you guys want some? Come eat it. Oh god.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Wait. Before I get on to my story, would you ever eat butt? We talked about this before, I think. Off the podcast.
I think if I'm married, I would. It depends on the woman. I don't even think if I'm married. It depends on how long I've been with that woman. Mm-hmm. And, she really wants it. Like, she's like, yeah, please. She's like, I want you to eat my ass. And, I might do a little nibble. I might do a little lick, maybe a little licky lick if that pleases her. Spit in that. Just spit in the ass, but yeah, Jesus Christ. Oh my Lord, this is crazy.
Oh wait, there's something stuck in there. Ooh.
Yeah, man. Like,
oh god,
there's just certain things I would do with a woman in bed. It depends on how long I've been with them. Like, just certain areas I would explore. There's certain areas I wouldn't explore.
Would you let her eat your butt?
Patreon, sweet tag.
That's a joke this episode is. Patreon that we don't have.
Yeah, but I don't know. That is it's iffy. I don't think I would. I wouldn't know if I would enjoy it. That requires a lot of grooming.
Yeah.
She'd be like, let me eat your ass, babe. I'd be like, nah, come on. You don't need all that. It stink a little down there, babe. Chill out. chill out. She's like, no, I want to eat it.
She gets as deep voice as us.
Absolutely turns another octave down. Yeah, I want to eat that. But I'm like, nah, chill, shorty, chill. I'm just, it's just, but to each their own. I don't kink shame. I'm not a kink shamer. Anyone and everyone could do their own thing. If that's what you like, that's what you like. There's some weird kinks out there. I've seen like some people like just. I mean, it's not weird. Actually, it's very weird.
Yeah. Well, it's just like saying we don't judge, but then we judge people for like liking feet.
Yeah, to each their own though. But me personally, that's not how I would do it. I don't like it. I just don't. It's not. I wouldn't do it. Some people like panty sniffing and.
Oh God.
Yeah.
What? No. For a second there, I said, "Oh God," as an impulsive thing, but I was like, "Wait, sniffing pant? No, that's weird." I had to do a double take.
You're like, "Wait, hold on, that's not weird." Well, yes, it is. To our standards, that's weird.
I have no standards realistically,
but to like certain people, that's. I feel like that's
they don't need context right now.
That's light. I feel like certain kinks are light, like furries, for example. Some people enjoy like dressing up and having sex with each other.
Yeah, and dressed up as animals.
Yeah, in a full on costume. Me personally, I don't think I would ever go down that road. And if I do, please save me. Call help. Send me to a mental institution. But for everyone that does do it, hey man, I'm proud of you. Keep doing you.
Whatever floats your boat.
Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your life, man. That's what life is about. Enjoying the things. And there's just some crazy kinks out there, man. If you go on like the Pornhub website, I say Pornhub website, like God, I don't know what porn is.
We'll just censor out that word and just say the word porn in general.
So that hub website.
Sure.
Yeah, that hub website. There's just a lot of different categories and things you could explore. It's quite interesting.
All right, I have two things, but one time I was on a website.
Oh yeah.
This is gonna sound crazy just because I have no context, but it was just an average porn website.
Yeah.
And you know how they have like a list of categories? I was scrolling through the categories, and one of the categories that was on this website, it was the only one. It said anorexia. I was like, I don't know anymore. I click on that because it was like, who the heck would want to watch two people with anorexia or some jacked beast destroy someone that has anorexia? God, that's just not fair. That's just abuse. I saw it and I was like, I gotta get off this website.
Man said, I dug this hole way too deep. Gotta evacuate immediately.
Clear freaking cookies and crap. And then I gotta put my 2 cents in, but in terms of eating butt, I don't think I ever would. But like, if for example,
she's like begging and pleading,
is she like a 10 out of 10?
She's 10 out of 10.
I don't know. I can't say what I'd do. I'll just say yes because I mean it doesn't matter. It doesn't. I don't know. You don't know until you're in that situation, right?
Yeah.
But in terms of other things, like you said, like just any kicks in general. If I got paid to do something, I'd probably do it.
You would?
Yeah. Like if someone said, "I want you to take a fat Taco Bell dump on my chest."
Oh my god.
I'd be like, "How much you want?" $1,000. I'd be like, all right, where are we meeting?
1,000 beans? I don't think I would do it for that low, bro.
I'd have to eat that many to get what I want.
Because that involves you squatting down. They're laying down. Obviously, they're probably gonna want to record for like future purposes and looking back on it. And
that will be found on our Patreon.
Sweet 10.
Yeah.
Anyways, that requires you squatting down. Like, gearing up to fucking shit on their fucking chest. There's just it's a long process. I don't know if I would do it for that low.
Well, I mean, if you're just starting out, for example, if I, for example, like was a woman who had an OnlyFans and people have been asking for stuff, I would slowly raise the price. Like eventually it'd be like $10,000.
Yeah, but for certain situations, if I was a woman, if a man came up to me, hey, shit on my chest, at least $10,000.
Yeah.
Up front. Because if he's willing to spend $1,000 he's willing to spend $10,000.
True.
If you just have $1,000 to just burn on something so outrageous, then you have that money to spend. Realistically, I used to spend a lot of money on clothes.
Same. I'll add this. I do spend my money mostly on food and bills, but I will be willing to spend like $100 max, for example, to go to a show, especially when they're only around like 2 or 3 times a year.
Yeah. So, it's better to spend money on things that hold memories.
Experiences than physical items.
Yeah, because experiences really, like, you could look back when you're whatever age, 50, 60, where you're, I wouldn't say like 80, 90. Let's say that 80, 90, and you look back and you're like, man, I remember that time, and you could just tell people your experiences and be like, yeah, if you're at an age, live your life. You're the OG. You want to be called that. Hey, that's the OG with all the cool stories. And you tell them, you sit down to your grandkids or whoever it may be. You're just that old man on the block, and they come to you to talk about stories, and they're like, yeah, he was telling me about how he went this place and how he has photos and videos and all that.
I want to meet this guy.
Yeah, that I feel like when I get at a certain age, when I'm older, I want to be like, yeah, I remember I started this with my friend and we got really, that's what you want to leave a good impact on people. And, that's relating back to personal finance, spend your money on where it matters and where it counts.
Yeah. You will remember your first time at a festival, high on acid, unable to focus on everybody beating the shit out of each other around you. But you will remember the scent of puke and sex. You'll remember going to the urinal and seeing it absolutely brown laden with feces. Yeah. You will remember the first time you saw that beautiful woman with the music playing. You guys both looked at each other and started dancing. Yeah. You will remember the first time you saw the festival and the crazy lights and stuff. But you'll think of the emotions behind that. Yeah. But if you, for example, went and spent like $500 on, I don't know, what the hell is some cool for $500? A drone. A drone, yeah. You could spend $500 on that drone, but there's going to be much emotional, like many emotions and memories attached to it because it's a physical item. Yeah. You'll remember your first time going to some festival, for example. I'm just saying that because that's just crazy. Yeah. It makes sense. You'll remember your first time ever going to that, probably forever. Yeah. But you won't remember that one time where you decided to spend $500 on a drone because at some point it becomes a part of your everyday life. True. Get desensitized to it. Yeah, you kind of like spend money on experiences. For example, I went to Rolling Loud. Once so far. I think I'm gonna go again this upcoming September. I think September. And it was just an overall great experience. It was my first ever festival, first ever concert experience. I was describing his story. He was high on acid. I was high on acid, guys. Did no drugs, please, kids. Don't do no drugs. Yeah, and it was me and my homeboy. Shout out to my homeboy Caleb if you're watching this. Thank you, appreciate you. It was me and him, and we went to Rolling Loud for the very first time. And my other homeboy Eli. He lives in New York. Yeah, that was the very first time we met Eli, and he was cool. He showed us around. Like, man was a New York native. Like, he knew the ins and outs of New York. He showed me around, what to do, what not to do, and we went inside. It was a crazy experience. It was a wild experience, mind you. It was like a little before after COVID we went, and we still had to get tested and all the math, although there wasn't mask mandates because they just got lifted. So we just had to get tested or show like proof of vaccine and stuff like that. But once we got through those gates, man, when I tell you, I remember this. Yeah, I remember the smell, scent, what was playing. Like those are the things you need, you want to have and you want to talk about and relive when you're older, because realistically, when you're older, you really don't go out or spend a lot of money on certain things, Yeah, you also kind of diverting a little bit here. Some advice, I guess. Yeah. All right, try it again. It's okay. Some advice. Make sure you keep your closest friends close to you. Yeah. You don't need to have 100 friends to be happy. You could have like 5 or 10 close friends and stay super close, because as you get older, the relationships tend to either get really strong or tend to slowly weaken off and die. So as you get old, keep friends around, because I know some people who have literally no friends at old age, and now they're just sad, lonely, freaking old people because they lost most of their friends or didn't keep contact. So I'm telling you right now, keep friends close, because if you lose them, it's hard to make friends when you get older.
Yeah.
Maybe it's easier now because the internet, but like back in the day, for example, if you're like freaking 60, 70, you're not gonna find a bunch of 60 other 70-year-olds and stuff.
Yeah, doing
to be like, things, hey man, let's become best friends, even though we're 70.
Yeah, it's a lot. Getting to the topic of like making friends, it is a lot harder when you get older. But now we're in the digital age, so it's a lot easier to make friends. Oh, here's another thing. So not too long ago, I would say like 2-3 months ago, I bought my brother an Oculus Quest. Yeah, VR headset. You guys heard of it. The whole bunch of commercials everywhere. So anyways, I bought him it because he was begging me months before, please get it.
Sucked his stick for it.
Yeah. Whoa. That threw me off. Wait a minute. What's going on? I did not do that. This guy, man. All right.
I said, yeah.
Whoa. Because he threw me in a loop. I was like, what the fuck? Oh my God. All right. Lost my train of thought there. Let me get back.
Your brother. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I got my brother Oculus Quest to make the story short. I got him, and he was like, whoa, it's a whole other world in here. So many people I could talk to. Da, da, da. He went into the metaverse, the place Facebook created for people to hang out and talk and play games and all that. So I told Jeremy this before, but I'm gonna tell it to you guys because you guys haven't heard. When I first tried the Oculus Quest, I put it on the headset and literally I was like transported into a whole nother world. I was like, yo, this is wild. Like, it was tracking all my movements. I was walking, running. It knew when I was sitting down and standing up. Like,
what are the controls? Is it like a headpiece and then hand pieces? And that's it?
Just headpiece and hand pieces. Yeah.
So it must just assume that when you start playing, you're standing up.
No. It has like tracking on the outside. I'm pretty sure. That's how it knows I was sitting down, squatting down. Because as soon as like when I did put it on, I could sit down. Like I could put it on sitting down, and it would know I'm sitting down.
Interesting.
And like it gives you a little tracking pad, a little tracking device. I'll put a small video up here. There's a little small tracking device. Like once you're in the headset, it tells you to scan the floor, track the floor, whatever. And I do that, and instantaneously I get transported into a world, and I'm like, whoa. Like you see waterfalls, birds flying. Like,
is it high quality? Is it like realistic, or is it just like
it's pretty high quality? Like there's VR videos, like it could get super realistic. And if you guys ever watched the movie Ready Player One, I feel like that's where we're going towards. That's where they're trying to push. Like
I've never seen it.
You never seen Ready Player One? That's another.
Adam Sandler?
No, I can't even.
Billy Mays?
You're just naming random actors at this point, huh?
You know what I thought about the other? We can't say that's political. Never mind.
Political. No politics, Jen. Yeah, no. You know this. Yeah, so I was in there, and I was like, man, this is interesting. So first game I hop on, it was like some like put the balls in a
Your
bath.
mouth.
Yeah, in my mouth and juggle them. Yeah. I mean, put the balls in a basket or something like that, and whoever gets the most balls wins. Some dumb, silly game. And you could hear people outside talking because I was making a whole bunch of noise, screaming, yelling, yeah. I was just saying a whole bunch, and then after the game, they was like, yeah, you're good at this game, man. I was like,
who the hell is talking?
Yeah, I was like, yo, is that you talking? He was like, yeah. I was like, yo, you could just talk? He was like, yeah, there's a mic on this thing. You didn't know that? I was like, oh.
I've been screaming like a maniac for the past 5 minutes.
Yeah, I was like, man. They were like, yeah, is it your first time? I was like, yep, it is my first time. Met a little homie there. Yeah, he was just like, yeah, friended him. And the way you friend people is like you give them a little fist bump. And you just, boop. It's like a little virtual fist bump. And your controller vibrates, and you become friends. And he was just showing me around, like he had his whole house in there, like I was like, yo.
Oh yeah. Did you just say you met a doctor on there too?
Yeah, I did. I met a doctor on there. She was like, yeah, I bought this for my kids and I tried it. This is what she was telling me. I bought this for my kids and I tried it, and then I bought one for myself. So after work, because she works in a hospital, hectic as hell. She came on and she said, yeah, I just like to come on here and relax. I was like, man, that's crazy. And I friended her too. I haven't been on a VR headset since. I might get one for myself. Who knows? But
just take it from your brother.
Just take it from him. Yeah. It was an interesting experience. And I was like, man, so I wonder what this is going to be like 4, 5, 6 years down the road when technology is like super developed.
Yeah, because technology advances exponentially.
Yeah.
I saw a photo the other day from like 1903 and then 1969.
Yeah.
Like the first time a person ever first time a person ever flew like on a plane, like when they like flew in the air. Oh, I did it again.
Oh my. Yo.
I was trying to have my backpack, but I just chucked it.
Okay. Launched it. Yeah.
Okay. So the first person to ever take flight were like the something brothers. I don't remember what their name is. In 1903.
Yeah, the Wright brothers.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then in 1969, we're on the moon. In 63 years, we went from first time ever being up in the air to being on the moon.
Yeah, that what a crazy jump. That's wild. But a lot of people. Another thing is like, because this relates. Believing in yourself. And a lot of people back then, they said, no, you guys are crazy. You guys are going to die. This is never going to work. Like, humans can't fly. They were saying all this. They really were. And they were just like, yeah, this man is nuts. But, they achieved it. And they became, like, set in stone, had a place in history where, yeah, these were the first guys to ever do this.
Boom.
Yeah. And another like, a really important man in history is Leonardo da Vinci.
They're gonna say Leonardo DiCaprio.
No, not the actor. Leonardo da Vinci photo right there. Bam. Yeah, he was another man. Also he was like trying to make flying machines as well before the Wright brothers.
Nope.
Like, they had sketchbook. Like he had a sketchbook. He had all these different designs, and like he was not only just an artist, he was also an inventor. He did a whole bunch of stuff. You guys look it up. Google it. But he was doing a whole lot, and a lot of people thought he was crazy as well. A lot of like interesting people, like when people don't know something, they tend to point the finger and say, hey, don't listen to that guy, he's nuts.
Shit. You know what I just realized?
What?
I never finished the story about my butt. Remember how I leaned my butt into the camera and then we got off topic?
He was like, yeah, my butt.
And then we started talking about eating butt.
This podcast is all over the place today.
Yeah. Okay. So should I finish that story? Because I can't start a podcast with hey, look at my butt, and then it just ends there, right?
Because I'm literally just gonna cut that
if I don't tell her right now. All right. So you saw my butt. It was clean, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, apparently there was a short period of time. I don't know why. I don't know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Where I would somehow get random stains on my ass.
Oh God.
Maybe I don't know. I wiped. I don't know. I'm guilty. I mean, not guilty.
He said it. You heard it first. He's guilty.
I don't know what happened, but like one time, I went to a party before. This is before I
COVID?
drank. Yeah, that too. It was like 2018, 2019.
Yeah.
And I wore freaking gray sweatpants to bed, right?
Oh shit.
And I woke up. And, we were just being idiots because I was like 19, 18 at the time. Still acting like a freaking kid. And somebody tried doing something, and me being just an idiot did like a backwards somersault thing, sitting on my back, just doing that thing that people do where they roll backwards. And,
yeah.
Well, I started to roll, and all I heard him say was, "What'd you do, shit yourself?" I looked, brown smear down the back end of my gray sweatpants. I was like,
damn.
I was like so embarrassed and terrified. But at the point, I said no, because obviously I didn't shit myself.
Yeah.
I went and checked. And he was like, dude, did you shit yourself? I was like, no. And my brain was like, come up with an excuse. I was like, it's when we were all riding in the back of the dirty ass truck.
Yeah.
And then my thought after that was, what are the odds that all the dirt tracked right where my asshole is?
Yeah, like that is so crazy.
And the thing is, one time I was going to go shopping. I took a dump. Yeah. And I was going to go straight to Walmart afterwards. And I was talking to my grandfather while I was outside, and he was like, "Oh, did you forget to wipe?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "You got a brown streak down your ass." I was like, "Do I really?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Maybe I did forget to wipe. I don't know."
Oh my god!
Yeah, check. There's nothing. But
oh my god!
If he wouldn't have said anything, and I think I did this before actually, because it was like a short period of time where it just happened.
Yeah.
And I would have gone to freaking Walmart with that brown smear. And you know how people like to push the carts with their legs and ride them?
Yeah.
I would have just pushed down the aisle and rid with my ass, like, you know, push out because, you know, you ride like this.
Yeah.
I would have ride like that down a full ass Walmart with a brown smear on my pants.
Bro, you'd be.
I wouldn't have known, so I wouldn't have been embarrassed. But people would have seen it, and they would have never looked at me the same ever again.
I'm like, why this guy got a shitty butt? Like, yo, they would just be super confused. Like, yo, this guy, man, riding around with shitty butt, making the whole place stink.
Yeah, it was a really brief period of time. It hasn't happened since. It's been a long time. I think that was pre-COVID, and it's been 3 years or something like that, and I have not had poopy butt since. I don't know what happened. I didn't poop myself. I looked, but I don't know, man.
Happens. Not all of us, but some of us, I guess.
Yeah. Have you ever pooped yourself?
Have I ever pooped myself?
As an adult?
As an adult, no.
You sure, like, sharted?
Yeah, I sharted before.
Yeah, have to, like, go and change your boxers at least, underwear, throw them out, wash them, whatever.
Yeah. Like, and there were some instances, like, I would be at, like, amusement park. I remember this one instance. I was in the wave pool. I had to shit really bad, and there was a line.
Oh, no.
Bro, I know I shit myself, because I
How old were you?
I think I was, like, maybe, like, 10.
Okay. I was going to say, anything below, like, 4 or 5 doesn't count, I wouldn't say.
Yeah. But I think I was like 10, man. I was over here holding my butt, clenching it. People were looking at me. I was just like, oh. I was like, please. And, you know, the line was moving so slow. And they saw me moving back and forth because I was holding my cheeks like this together. Literally gripping both of my...
Oh, so you had your hands?
I was just like this. Like, I was gripping it. Like, it was bad. And, you know, a little bit came out. But thank God, bro, I made it to the bathroom. Because if I had swim trunks on, bro, I was free balling.
So if anything would have come out, it would have just fallen right out.
It would have...
Imagine just walking in the amusement park behind like 5 feet behind a kid, and all of a sudden you just see a turd just go bloop on the floor.
Literally, it was watery too, dog.
I would have just jumped back in the pool.
bro, imagine if I probably would have got it away with it if I just shat
in a wave pool. Especially,
I would just shit, swim away. But they would close the wave pool. Everyone would be like, shit. And everyone would just run out, bro.
And they'd all be like, imagine if the people that work there, like the guards, they were like, all right, to figure out who did it, I need everybody to pull their pants down. We need to inspect every one of your buttholes.
Oh my god, bro, that would be bad. But
traumatizing.
Yeah, I was holding them clenched, dog. I never held them that hard before. And that's another moment. That's one embarrassing moment. You know, I'm sharing it with you guys.
I just thought of 3.
Yeah, go for it.
4, all in relation to me.
Go for it.
Using the bathroom in my own clothing.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so this all happened between 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't think I've ever peed myself anytime recently.
Yeah.
Except, you know, times where you have to pee so bad that, like, you almost start as you're, like, going, whoop.
Yeah, and it leaks a little or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably the worst it's been in forever. But, I guess I'll go goofy hat. One time, you know what? This is how I know some people, to take what we were talking about, this is how I know some people want to watch the world burn, all right?
Yeah.
So I went to kindergarten, obviously, when I was like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
On my way home from school one day, I had to pee so bad. Like, literally, like, sitting there, you can't see it, but sitting there doing the little leg dance where you have to pee so bad where you're sitting there just moving.
I did that too when I was younger.
And there was a kid that sat next to me. I think he was, like, older. Yeah, I think he was, like, 3rd grade or something. I think we shared the bus with him. Kids. But you can tell he was up to no good. Now I realize, because, you know, I freaking thought about it a million times since then. But I was sitting there, and I told the kid I had to pee so bad. He was like, everybody just does it. You can just go.
That man is a menace. That man is a menace.
And he was sitting there. He was like, "You can just go." I was like, "No, you don't do that. You're gonna pee in my pants. You gotta get home." And we were like 3 minutes away from my house too. And he was like, "Dude."
Oh my god.
I think he almost basically like touched my shoulder. He was like, "Dude, it's all right. You can just
pee.
You can just go." And he was like, "Just do it." And then for some reason, my stupid kindergarten brain was like, "Yeah, you're right." And I just pissed myself. I literally just let it go. Pissed myself. I freaking as soon as I did that, the guy started laughing his ass off, obviously, because he just convinced a kindergartner to piss his pants. And I remember this exact moment. This is deep in my brain. This is like a villain origin story kind of thing, because it's like in my brain, like down to like the sunlight, the walk. I pissed myself. I got off the bus. You can't see it on camera, but I walk like this. I gotta do it behind. I gotta take my mic off. I freaking walked like this.
Yeah.
Inside, because my feet are freaking soaked, so I had to freaking go like this all the way inside.
Man. Oh man, bro. Yeah, go ahead, go first.
I came home. I walked through the door. I think there was somebody home, grandfather, mom, dad. I don't know. Yeah. They were like, "Why the hell are your pants wet?" I was like, "I couldn't hold it in." They're like, "Really? When did you go?" I was like, 3 minutes ago. "You were 3 minutes away from the house. You couldn't hold it in?" I was like, "No." And of course I started crying, because I was a freaking crybaby as a kid. I was sitting there crying because I peed myself. Some kid made me pee myself, or getting me yelled at because I couldn't hold in my pee.
Oh man, bro. Kids are devious, bro. Yeah. Oh my lord. I just remember one instance that some shit like that happened to me where I was about to piss myself. Gladly, I was on the bus too. Gladly, I didn't. It kind of similar to your story, but there was one instance where I was in the classroom, and another instance where I was on the bus. I
have a story about a classroom I got to tell you after.
Yeah. So I was in the classroom. I had to pee really bad, and I swear to God, if I remember that teacher's name, Miss Parnes. Fuck you, fuck you, Miss Parnes. So she was so annoying. Like, I would raise my hand and like she'd be like, "Wait, someone else is speaking," or something like that. But even though like I asked her politely, a nice stand-up guy, I felt like I had to pee. It was like a build-up. I felt like I had to pee.
Come slowly to, I can go to, oh my God, I gotta have it right now.
Yeah. So, like beginning of the morning, I was like, man, I gotta go. I was like, hey, Miss Parnes, raise my hand. All nice.
What grade was this, you think?
Probably like second grade.
Okay.
Yeah, it was way back when, I don't know, my brain just said.
Yeah, senior year in high school, I pissed myself. No.
So, yeah, second grade, I was like, Miss Parnes, can I please go use the bathroom? He was like, you're gonna have to wait 5 minutes, I'll let you go. Wait 5 minutes, ask her again. Miss Parnes, I need to use the bathroom. No, Ralph, not right now. I have to go through the lesson. I was like, okay, wait, listen to the lesson while I'm fucking waiting, swaying back and forth,
doing the pee dance.
Yeah, after the lesson, Miss Parnes, can I please go use the bathroom? I'm over here doing the little leg dance. Like I was like, please. And then I had it, bro. Raised my hand one more time. I was like, Miss Parnes, can I please use the bathroom? No, don't raise your voice at me. I was like, Miss Parnes, please, please, Miss Parnes, I need to go to the bathroom. And then she was like, no. I was like, I'm sick of this. Second grade me just storms out the classroom.
Right, freaking sprinted to the bathroom.
Yeah. She was like, where are you going? To the bathroom. Sprint, bro. I almost pissed myself because at that point, while I was sprinting,
it's gonna look weird. I was looking at the battery.
As I was sprinting, it was a little bit leaked. So my underwear had a little pee spot.
Yeah, like the freaking little spot for if you didn't shake it enough or something.
Yeah, I didn't shake. Yeah, so I come back to the classroom, and the big old security guard was there. Miss Parnes was like, I called security. You're going to the office right now. I was like, are you joking? I couldn't pee. I just needed to pee. She's like, and then I sit down. Mind you, this lady had it out for me. I have many stories about this lady, actually, but I'll save it for another time. But this lady was out to get me. I swear to God, bro. And I'll never forget, like, that like I just needed to pee and she just wouldn't let me. I don't understand why she let everyone else go. I think she just had it out for me, man. And yeah, I don't know why they didn't just let kids go and come back, but you know that
because they assume that they would just take advantage of it.
Yeah, they would just take advantage of it. But yeah, Miss Barnes, fuck you. How dare you? I asked you nicely too. You provoked me. I had to.
Yeah, he had a couple of drizzle spots in his pants.
Man. And my mom came in. She was like, "What happened?" And I was like, "I almost pissed myself, Mom. That's what happened." She didn't like this lady either. Thank God I never saw her after that ever again.
Man, she got fired.
She still works there to that day now. I realized.
Should we go?
She's to go see her. She used to teach my brother, but she didn't. She used to teach my brother, and then I think she's still there. Who knows? She might have switched schools. But yeah,
probably old now.
Yeah,
if it was freaking like 15 years ago.
Most definitely, she's probably retired by now. But man, that lady was something else. She would just scream and yell for no reason. Yeah, man.
You want to hear the time that I peed myself in 5th grade?
Yeah, go for it.
I was 2nd grade or 5th grade. I remember I had her for 2nd grade, and then she moved to the 5th grade before I hit 5th grade, so I had her too. Yeah, so back in the day, I was a little baby and didn't know how to speak for myself in any capacity ever. So I think we'll say 2nd grade because that's probably more realistic.
Yeah.
2nd grade, I was sitting there. We were taking a test, and I had to pee, but I was too scared to ask because it was in the middle of a test. What happened was I had to go, and then I started doing that little leg shake.
Yep.
And I had to go so bad that I don't even know why I didn't ask. But long story short, I couldn't take it anymore. I just started to pee in my seat in the chair in the middle of the test. You could literally hear the pee coming off my pants onto the floor. You hear it going like dripping. You can hear it like drizzling onto the floor from under me.
No.
Somehow nobody saw it. She pulled me out of the classroom. She said, "Don't worry about it. Nobody saw it. You can go to the nurse, get a new pair of pants. I'm just going to say that I spilled something on you." Ultimate teacher. The ultimate G. She
is a goat. Yeah, shout out to her. Man.
Nobody ever said anything. Nobody even saw it somehow. So nobody even heard or saw the fact that another student peed themselves. And she saved the day by saying that if anybody asked, say that she spilled something on me. And she just told me to quietly go to the nurse, get a new pair of pants.
Yeah. She's a goat.
Yeah.
You love those type of teachers, man. And on the teacher topic in school, like, man, there was some really goated teachers. And there was this one teacher, for instance, I remember his name. His name was Mr. King. I don't remember his first, but Mr. King, he was a goated teacher.
Suits the name.
Yeah, like Mr. King, literally. Yeah, this man, I used to be really bad at math as a kid. Like, I hated math. It was like my worst subject ever. And I'll go into his classroom, like, I purposely would try to avoid shit. And, you know, he'd pull me aside, talk to me, you know, have those one-on-one conversations, those close encounter conversations. He would be like, "Yo, man, you know, I know you don't like math, but, you know, give it a try. You know, I'll spend some time after school with you, help you out, all that." And, you know, I was like, you know what? That made me like think for myself and be like, you know what? I'm gonna be good for this, man, you know? Because I used to be bad as a kid, bro. I used to act up. Like, I didn't give zero shits. Like, and I was like, you know what? Let me change my ways. Yeah. And eventually I just started learning and paying attention in his class. He was a good man. Yeah.
Did he ever stay after school with you and he was like, "Ralph"?
I already know where this is going. Yeah. Finish what you're going to say. I want to hear this.
It's only, I should have been a female teacher, but you were like, what grade was this?
4th or 5th.
Oh, yeah.
That's how you know it's bad.
Yeah. He's like, you're like, please, I'm gonna fail this class. I'll do anything for extra credit.
Oh, yep. I knew
it's the joke's not right because it's freaking 4th grade, 5th grade. That's fucked up. You can't be making jokes like that with kids. Maybe if it was like senior in high school, then I'd be like,
"So you want to stay after for some extra credit, do you?" Like something like that. Yeah, I already know. Yeah, but yeah, man. There's some good teachers. There were some bad teachers. You could tell back then when a teacher did care and didn't care, like gave zero fucks. Very obvious. I feel like it was easier to tell when you're a lot younger. You could just tell. Human intuition, let's say that.
I realized lately that I'm really good with that in terms of realizing like when someone acts different.
Yeah.
Like someone could come into work, for example, and just the slightest thing is different about them in terms of like how they're acting, I'm like, what's so different? Like, it's like something's not right here. Yes. Like even the smallest thing, like, yeah, I don't know. I don't have any examples, but I noticed recently that like I can just very easily pick up a change in someone's behavior, especially if you know them very well.
Yeah, you could just kind of tell when someone's off. For me, like body language, how they're talking to you, if they're loud, quiet, standoffish, anything like the slightest. And as I get older, it's a lot easier to tell.
Yeah.
And if someone's like doesn't want to have a conversation with you, you could just tell. They'll just walk off.
When you hit them with 5, oh yeah, that's cool, and they still talk.
Or like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. I say it sometimes because I'm just not good with responding sometimes.
That's my...
Like, I'm sure there was an example today or last week where it's like, that's crazy, that's crazy, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's my infamous go-to line, damn, that's crazy.
Oh, really?
Keep it pushing. Oh, really? Word? Nah, that's wild, bro. Like, infamous. Those are my infamous go-to lines where... And they keep talking. So it's like, damn, bro, where you going? Why? Like, I don't care.
Well, sometimes I say it because it's actually crazy. Because sometimes people will be saying crazy stuff, and I'm genuinely like, yo, that is crazy. But I think usually they just can't tell if I'm saying it because I'm like, oh, really? That's crazy. Or if I'm like, yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, I play it off. I think I played it off very well. So you wouldn't know. For certain people, they wouldn't know. I'd be like, yeah, that's wild, bro. So nuts. I can't believe that. But, you know, sometimes it slips out and I'd be like, damn, that's crazy. And they'd be like, is that really crazy though, Ralph? You don't seem like it's that crazy, huh? And I'd be like, you called me. I wasn't really listening, mama.
Yeah. Happens. I do that too. Sometimes I'm not the best when it comes to active listening. Like sometimes I'd be listening.
But you're not.
Did you hear that?
Your stomach?
Yeah.
Your stomach, yeah, I heard it.
I have a bad habit of I did it to you a lot at the beginning, but I stopped myself from cutting you off and actually just listening to you. But
yeah.
Like someone would start talking, and then my brain would start to drift off, and I think of something else, and then I go to say it, and I'm like, wait, this person's still talking. I'm not even listening to them.
Yeah.
Like when you're reading it's like, okay, I'll finish mine. Then here you go. It's like when you're reading a book for like school, and then you realize halfway through the page you weren't even reading, you were just looking over the words.
Yeah, you were just skimming over them. Yeah, that happens a lot. Like sometimes I purposely just drift off. Not purposely. I don't intend to drift off, but it just happens. It happens a lot when I work. Like I could be working, for example, and I just stare.
Really?
And like sometimes people think I'm staring at them. But realistically, I'm not staring at them at all. I'd just be staring at the wall.
Oh.
I got caught off guard one time, and I was just staring at someone. They're like, "Can I help you?" I was like, "Oh no, I'm sorry. I was just spaced out." And then that's just me. Is what it is though. You had a thought?
Yeah.
What was the thought?
I have a bad habit of just staring around, both in general and at work. Like when I'm at work, I could be working at the exact same time, but then again I could be doing something, but I'm also like looking around, always like staring at the same like 3 or 4 people. I don't know why. I think it's just because my brain is just trying to find
something interesting.
Yeah,
I think also
someone interesting.
I think also this because where we work at, we don't have our phones with us.
Yeah,
so we're so used to like looking at our phones, looking at stuff.
And they don't play music really anymore, or if they do, it isn't loud enough or it isn't even good. So it's just silence.
Really, you can't really hear anything. Yeah, it's silence and just the noise of
just
belts and machines honking and
beep 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 beep
beep
beep.
It's just all that.
There isn't really anything super appealing audio wise there.
Yeah, it is what it is though, man. It's just life, you know.
Yeah,
life.
You know what I do want to talk about?
Yeah, what up?
So football season is coming up, NFL.
Yes, sir.
Preseason. I think preseason starts this week or next week.
Yeah, I saw that.
So the actual season starts in like a month after.
Yeah.
But I would just like to say that Ralph and I are really good at being entertained by a very plain, basic, simple thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that by... Dude, I just messed up my words. By that, I mean, when it was the playoff season of last year.
Oh man,
we don't have TV or access to like streaming or anything at work, even though we're at computers.
Yep.
So I've decided to start putting up the Google scoreboard on the computer, where it literally just sits there and it just goes play by play, just telling you where the ball is and what the points are. That's it. It doesn't like show anything else other than saying first and 32, first and 10, second and 12.
Yeah.
It literally doesn't tell you anything other than where they're at on the field and what the play is and the score.
Yeah, and who has possession of the ball.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we used to, for like the 3 or 4 weeks that playoffs were on, I used to just have the Google scoreboard up for each game, and then we started getting hyped and like picking teams.
Yep.
To the point where I remember last year when it was the Rams and the Buccaneers.
Oh my god, that game was intense. It was so dumb. I was like, yo, what's going on?
I do remember when we were watching it during last break in the break room, and
yeah,
I don't remember what happened. I think
like a pick six happened.
Yeah, or something like that.
Like a pick six happened at like such a crucial time.
Mm-hmm.
And I just went nuts.
Yeah, it break was over. We always just stay extra late because nobody yells at us, and quite frankly, if they do, then we'll be like, "Sorry, we lost track of time." You know, BS.
Yeah,
and the place was pretty empty. It was just like me, him, like 3 or 4 other people that were also leaving late. As soon as they made like that freaking pick six touchdown, Ralph was like, "Oh my god!" I'm doing like sprinting around the break room, just screaming
because everyone was excited too because they were like, "Yo, no way that just happened." And then one of our work buddies, Fritz, he was like, "No way." I was like, "I might have just lost my bet." Yeah. I was just like, man. And then we went back to the Google scoreboard, and I was like, "Fuck, what's gonna happen?"
Yeah, we were sitting there on a computer. I think we're at Note Read. You don't know what that is, but that's not important. Basically, there was a computer and then like 2 belts separating it. So we were sitting there doing something on the other side from the computer. So we had the computer rotated towards us from like 10 feet away, and we were sitting there leaning in to look at the scoreboard. And that was when like there was 30 seconds left, and then I don't remember, but it was like a last second game, and we're both sitting there like eyeing the screen as if it was the actual game, really shitting our pants. And then I think there was also that time when it was, I think, the Bengals and the Raiders. Oh no,
Bengals and
I think it was Bengals and the Titans, right?
Yeah, Bengals and Titans. Yeah,
when the Bengals got a touchdown. Oh, the camera's gonna die. All right, Bengals and the Titans. They got a touchdown, and then the Titans. I don't know, but long story short, we were losing our shit over watching a Google screen scoreboard because we had no other thing.
No other sources of entertainment except the Google scoreboard.
Yeah, I don't know. Long story short, it's getting hyped over nothing is cool. I don't know.
So subscribe, guys. Please and thank you. Thank you.
Stay tuned every Monday. Blah blah. If you like it, cool. Stay. Follow along. Leave comments. We'll do that. If you don't like it, I don't care. Fuck you. Go kill yourself. Just kidding. Don't do that. I love you. Okay. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the podcast. Anyways.